This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation, with another live. Yo, when I tell y'all something about this temperature in Atlanta, it's now it's a 60 degrees, y'all. Some temperature might say 65, but it feels like 60. I always say as soon as it feels like 60, you see I had a jacket on. I said, let me go back up in the I was coming out with just my shirt on. I said, oh no. No, we need a little jacket. We need a little extra wind break. Cause the wind is here and fall is letting you know, okay, y'all been asking for November. Y'all been saying what's wrong. We're gonna try and correct some of this global warming and get it what it should be in November. So I know if it's this cold here, how cold is it up in New York? You know what I mean? Because I've been seeing all these videos over on Instagram and everybody over there talking all their New York talk. I saw the funniest video the other day. You know, this honey was like getting at her dude. It's like, and you can tell the dude do all the voices. He do all these little voiceovers. It's funny as hell. He wanted them cats to do his own stuff or whatever, where you see him talking and you hear what's supposed to be the woman's voice, but he's like, yeah. Stupid, but it's very stereotypical. But he's like, what are you doing? Get off of me. And he's like, yo, I'm trying to give you a hug. And she's like, nah, why you wearing that jacket? You crazy? It's freaking 70, 80 degrees out here. People walking around in shorts and t-shirts. What you wearing? And he's like, yo, you know what I mean? Why you hating? It's like, I ain't hating nothing. You just couldn't wait to wear your damn jacket. And he's like, yo, why you hating? Just telling the truth on these cats that be like, you know, can't wait for the weather to get ready to go put their shit on. They just got to show off and show that they got this certain style and whatnot. You know, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stylish cat myself. When the time is right, I do what I do. But it's like, yo, the weather, I dress for the occasion. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to put on too much. I ain't trying to put on too little. I'm trying to put on just right. You know what I mean? Just get it just right. You know what I mean? It ain't about all of that. So it cracked me up. So I'm wondering what they doing right now. Because I know if it's 60 here, they got to be like 40 something or 30 something up there. It's got to be crazy, right? Crazy, you know what I mean? Freaking crazy. That's for my New Yorkers, because I got plenty of New York subscribers. Big up to my New Yorkers, you know what I mean? Big up to New York all day, always. Much respect to New York. I got family up there, you know what I mean? I ain't just talking. Not only did I have my first year of college there, I got fam up there, you know what I mean? I'm from Atlanta, don't get it twisted. I'm an ATL cat all day, shawty, you know what I'm saying? But I can flip it, you know what I mean? Because I know peoples and things. I know things, so I know how to talk talks and do them types of things because I'm an actor, right? Yeah, I know how to put it down, give it to y'all the way it sounds, and make it authentic and whatnot, you know what I mean? But like I'm saying, like I'm sure it's crazy up there. If it's 60 here, it's gotta be nuts in New York right now. If you're from New York and you one of my subscribers, hit the comments, let me know how chilly willy is it up in that mug right now for y'all, you know what I mean? Especially my Brooklyn cats, you know what I mean? Because that's my main borough. I got shout out to Brooklyn always. Brook Nom on the house. Always, Brook Nom forever, you know what I mean? I was up there in 94. I'm talking about it came in the door, you know what I mean? We talking real talk. When I talk about what it was, I'm saying it from a real perspective. I ain't just you know, ain't no fluff about it. It's real talk, you know what I mean? 14 in the building. I need to see 14 freaking thumbs up in this motherfucker. You know, I'm sorry, I'm in my New York voice, so I'm cussing and shit. That's how they talk. That's how they talk. They can't help it. That's how they say hello. Hello, motherfucker. You know? Put some fucking thumbs up. Or stick them up your ass. Let me shut up. Let me chill out. Oh my gosh. Let me chill out. YouTube gonna be like, what happened? He was so calm. He used to be so professional and everything. I'm tired of these numbers. I want my numbers. We should have been monetized. That's why. Yeah. You know. Look at him run. We had 20-some people over here, went down to 8. Look at him run. He's crazy. Oh gosh, I'm all right, y'all. I keep telling y'all gonna learn one day. I told y'all don't know me. I'm many people I gotta be at any different time. You understand? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I'm an actor. You motherfuckers. Thank you to the one up. Appreciate you. Oh my goodness, have mercy. Is that not entertaining? You know, that's what it seems to be. I think I need to do that more often. I need to create a character based on my New York experiences and just do my crazy New Yorker. I might even call the character that. It's the crazy New Yorker. And he just, he just come up in here and cause ruckus. You know, like Wu-Tang, bring the mother ruckus, you know. They seem to like when you act a damn fool on here. That seems to be the only way to make it in this nutty-ass world, I swear, you know. You can be a straight criminal and become president of the United States of America for a second term. That's how crazy it is. You know, that's how some people like it. They like it stupid. If it ain't stupid, it ain't good to them. They want it absolutely retarded. My, it don't look good tonight. Oh, America, you were so damn fine, but now you got me saying, my, what the hell 4 years gonna look like? Oh my goodness, we ain't gonna get too off on that, but I can't help it. I'm not gonna be the dude to pretend like that's not on my mind. I cannot be on social media and not speak of the elephants in the room. We don't do that. That's not healthy. I think people need to keep venting and expressing themselves if they're not satisfied with what happened. I think we all, especially as long as we can have a legit voice and these apps and everything don't ban us and shut us down. Did y'all see the joke? Somebody sent me this. Speaking of New York stuff, shout out to SNL, Saturday Night Live, because SNL always been, for the most part, not completely, but for the most part, progressive and, you know, on the more liberal side of things. And they did I guess it was the intro, when they do the intro monologue or whatever. And they were making a obvious, you know, satire of themselves and saying that now that the election went the way it went, that, you know, they didn't want to be ousted when the nutball gets in office again. They don't want to be blocked or canceled or whatever. So each person, legendary, you know, actors on the show are all apologizing for all the spoofs and sketches they did making fun of him and saying, you know, well, it wasn't us. And then they even turn it on each other, talking about the youngest guys and gals on the show. They blame it on them. And I ain't watched SNL in so long. They showed the younger new talents. I didn't know who was. I was like, wait a minute, I don't even know them. Who is that? Like, so yeah, they definitely were fresh to the cast, because I admit I don't watch it all the time, but every now and then I check in with them to get a good laugh, whatever, if I can get a good laugh, because it ain't always funny. You know, humor it's an individual thing. Everything ain't funny to everybody, so I understand that. But for the most part, I like SNL, and just shout out to them for, you know, making light of way more serious times. I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, I decided I was gonna go, when I started out today, I said, I'm gonna go and get me a walk. But when I walked out that door, and I don't have no problem walking in the cold, it's just I didn't prep for that type of walk. So I'm walking out with just what you see. And I even had this unbuttoned. I had my shirt, you know how you do the little fly look where you got your shirt open so you can show your other shirt, so I can show the black, the chain, get the shine on against the black, and, you know, show off the pecs a little bit, flex a little bit, you know. Man, I hit that wind, it was like, button up. Let me go get my jacket. Dagnabbit. Shish. It's just a little different out here today, and it's foggy too. So usually when it's like this, these be those days, y'all, that make me really, I ain't gonna even front, these be the days really, really make me wish I had a girlfriend, quite frankly. Yeah. Now, hell with a girlfriend, a lady, because, you know, I don't need a girl, I need a grown-ass woman. You know, even if she's young, but she got a grown woman mind state, you feel me? Shout out to the thumbs up, appreciate you. You know, it be these the days you want to snuggle and stuff, you know what I'm saying? These the binging on the couch days. This is it. This is what they talk about. It's cuffing season, you feel me? You know American slang, because I know I got an international audience. I never know who's watching. whether they stick around for a minute or two to figure out what I'm talking about. But when I say cuffing season, if you don't know, that's a time of the year when it gets cool in America in certain states, not everywhere, but mostly, it's definitely on the East Coast. And Georgia is on the East Coast. I mean, it's the South, but it's the Southeast. And so when it gets cool like this, yo, you just, you want to sit in, especially when it's dreary, it's gray sky. Y'all can see it out there when it's gray. The leaves are beautiful. That's my favorite thing, is the trees, changing of all that. But when it get cool like this, you say, man, it make you wish you had two things, a sweet lady and a fireplace. Man, I used to have both. I used to have both. The ladies come and go, but I used to have a fireplace. You know what I'm saying? I used to have one at one of my spots that I was in. I used to love that. I'm talking about natural fireplace too. I ain't talking about no fake log with some flames going up on it. No, I'm talking about real, go get your wood, put it in there, get nice and toasty, you hear the crackle of the fire. That's that shit. You know what I mean? That's it, y'all. That's it. Talk about goals. Talk about relationship goals in the art life. One of our content specialties, what we do. Yo, that's that life, I'm here to tell you. That's that real. If you ain't never had a fireplace, fellas, and you live somewhere where it gets cold, do yourself a favor. Before you die, put that on your bucket list. Get you a spot with a real fireplace. And see, don't your whole situation change with your dating situation. You talking about now fair warning now. You gotta, if you ain't trying to get married and all that, you might want to let them know, hey, let's just have some romantic moments, baby. You know, because it's gonna do some things to your mind and hers. It's built to do what it do. Okay, it is what it is. I'm telling you, it's gonna move some chemicals you didn't know were in you and in her. It's gonna make things happen. I'm telling you. I'm warning you. It is what it is. And don't mess around and have a garden tub or a jacuzzi too. Holy, what the? Yeah. This same spot I'm talking about used to have a garden tub. If you don't know what a garden tub is, look it up. It's basically a big tub, big round tub, oval shape, whatever. But it's big enough for two people to get real cozy in. So you bring a lady over, you got the fireplace and the garden tub. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Major things. Yes, indeed. It go down outside of the DM. Outside of the DMs. Because some of y'all don't know nothing about nothing else outside the DMs, because everything just laying right there and ends right there. And that's pretty sad. We trying to get people off them damn phone. I'm realizing I'm on my phone regardless. I'm like everybody else, but I balance it, y'all. That's why I was saying I wanted to get out today. I was gonna take this walk in this area where there'd be a lot of honeys walking. I said, man, let me just get out of here and see if somebody get too close, like a trapdoor spider. I'll be like, hey. She'd be like, what? You got too close. We gotta flirt. What? Yeah, we gotta flirt with each other. You got too close. You know, just strike some stuff up, get the match burning. You know. But it's gray as hell out here. I don't even know if they would be out like I want them to be out today. This, like I say, this is the kind of day, you know, I will say it might be the best kind of day for that, because if they faking the funk, right? You know, if you're in a hot city and a place where there's a lot of singles, and you go out to a place where a lot of singles mingle and whatnot, here's a good test. I'm coming to think of it. You go somewhere where they usually at on a gray, cloudy day like this, more than likely the only ones gonna be out there are the legit single ones and the legit family ones, like who already got, you know, they married, they got kids, they got all, because they're gonna be out there with that. They're gonna drag the kids out, and the kids gonna be annoyed, and they're gonna be walking with them in the gray skies and stuff, bundled up, or you know, folk in Atlanta crazy. They may not even be bundled. It ain't no bundle up day, but you need to have on a jacket, but they might not even have it on, because like I say, people be flip-flopping with the weather, acting like it's not that bad. It's not that bad, you know, especially depending on your ethnicity. I mean, you know, some folk are a little more immune to the cold than others. Read between the lines. It's no insult. It's just facts. You know what I mean? And I done dated all kinds, so I know what I'm talking about. You know, be like, ain't you gonna put on a jacket, baby? No, it feels great. Be like, yeah, okay, all right. I got my shit on. Then they get out there and they want to let me get in that jacket with you. Oh, now you want to, no, well, that works out. That works out. So, but you get out there on a day like this, you're going to find out who really single. If she's outside, if she's still taking her jog or her walk by herself, yeah, she probably single for real. She probably single for real. Because if she just out looking good, taking her jog and stuff, and you wonder why you can't almost get an eye from nobody, because that's the ones they got a man, they got a boyfriend, they're trying to do right, and that's good. That's good. I like when they send the signal like, don't bother because I got somebody. Okay, cool, leave them alone. But when they out there on a day like this, because I'm telling you, day like this, it's, what is it, Sunday? Yeah. He on the couch, more than likely stereotypes, but this can be true. I don't think if you anything like me, I don't give a damn about the game. You see, I'm out. I don't care. Falcons might be winning, might be losing right now. I'll find out later and I'll watch the highlights. You know, every weekend I might watch half of one game. And during the week on a Thursday or Monday night football, depending on who's playing, if I give a damn, I might check in for a few 30 minutes, hour, and then I'm back to playing chess, or I'm playing the video games and giving y'all some content for Busting Pixels, which you need to subscribe so you can watch when I play, because I be going live pretty regularly. All right. Shout out to everybody who plays Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Dope game. If you don't know, you're late to the party. It's one of the dopest, freest, literally the freest games, one of the best that's out there right now on PlayStation. I'm telling you. PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. It's on all of them. Free. I don't know if it's free on the other. I know it was free for me when I got it earlier, way back this year, and started playing. So, damn good game. Damn good game. So, if you like video games, if you're into cool shooters and stuff where you don't have to be respawning they got different versions of types of games you can play, so you don't have to play the version where you just constantly respawning, waiting on somebody to respawn you and all that stuff, like, you know, Call of Duty, you know, whack as hell, but it looks great, you know, overhyped. People talk all that stuff about Call of Duty. Man, Call of Duty, I tried to play Call of Duty, and if you want to see my experience with that, again, Busting Pixels right here, ONYXCON. That was one of the, I was looking, I'll never forget, I'm sitting up there saying to myself, people do this for enjoyment? This is entertainment? Like, this is frustrating. It's nothing but back-to-back rejection. Like, this is a psychological nightmare. Like, what are you doing this to yourself for? All the cool-ass outfits that they show in the commercials, which do be cool. Now, shout out to the concept art team, whoever's designing all the different character looks and the different skins that folk can buy so you can get the different looks or what. That stuff be looking crazy dope. And all the fantasy versions, oh, I love it. Like, you know, you can play as the, you know, whatever other looks and sci-fi, super, you know, cyborg type stuff and, you know, straight cyberpunk types. I love all that. Yeah, that's what got me wanting to play it when I did. And then I get up in there and I realize, oh, you got to pay for that, or you got to play and reach, you know, a certain level, which is typical. That's games. That's how it go. But you make it damn near impossible to get just a little bit good, because everybody on there been playing. They some lifers. You know, these people be playing at work, in the bathroom at work, go home, play, eat, play. But I mean, literally, there's a lot of really, yeah. These people, that's all they do. That's all they do. You know, I'll never forget ONYXCON, the legendary football player he's the co-host of the late night sports, what do they call it, the nightcap with him and Shay Shay from Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp. And one episode, I don't know how they got on the topic of dating and stuff and being single, and both of them are. And Ocho, I think Ocho was married, but he been divorced. So anyway, something got said, and he just outright said, man, I don't care no more. You think I care? And this is paraphrasing. This ain't exactly what he said, but it was something. He was like, yo, as long as I got my food, whatever food he named, and my Call of Duty, I'm good. I said, oh my gosh. This dude, and this is a millionaire. This is a millionaire saying basically he don't care if he lonely, because all he needs is his food and his video game, his favorite video game. He good. Now look, I gotta eat, and I love food. I enjoy playing my video games. But I'm sorry, fellas. Ain't nothing okay? Ain't nothing replacing the comfort of a woman in my life. There ain't no video game can do that. There ain't no damn certain websites, okay, that be free or for pay that people go to satisfy their fantasies looking at certain things. None of that can replace a real woman in my life. None of it. None of that bullshit. Let's just be honest here. I mean, some of y'all, that would be your honesty. That would be, they right there with Ocho. They would be on, they would say the same thing he said. I'm saying, good gosh, that's pathetic to me. Like, you got the money, you know, we always talking about how the money affects the thing, and, you know, the hottest women are always chasing the dude with the money and all this stuff. Was, you know, I don't need the hottest then. Give me the hottest. You know, I can make her the hottest if she's at least warm and she's sensible and ethical, and the first thing she thinking about ain't money. If she ain't checking receipts first, she my type. Damn sure. For damn sure. You know, we can do a lot with a lady that ain't looking for the money first, right? So when I hear guys say stuff like that and they are rich, I'm like, wow. And if I remember right, the episode, because it's been way back, they do episodes like, I don't know how often they go live, but they do a few in a week. So this could be way back if you're looking for the episode where he said that. But Shannon was cracking me up because when he was saying all that, Shannon was like, well, hey, Ocho, you saying what you say, but hey, I don't know about that. like translation, ain't nothing replacing my real woman. I say, hell yeah, thank you, Shannon. Thank you, bro. I'm glad somebody spoke up for the honesty of the realness. Like, you're getting a little too carried away for shock factor if that ain't true, and you just trying to be sensational and get somebody talking about it. Can you believe he said? Can you believe? Which is what I'm doing right now, so it worked. But I'm like, yo, hell no. No, ain't nothing replacing a good woman. No, nope, not gonna do it. I need all I can get in a lifetime. Let's go. So, yeah, y'all, we just trying to figure it out as we go along. You know, I made a decision, and I've talked about this in my previous videos too. If you're new to the channel, look around here, y'all. We're a multi-niche channel. We do everything that I'm talking about and more. You know, I travel. I talk about current events and things, especially as they may affect artists like myself and other creators, or just people who are on a high frequency in life, wanting the best out of life, living your best creative life. We here for it. That's what we do. And so in my travels in the last 3 years, I think, you know, they say after you've done something once, it's an amazing experience. You do it twice, it's like, wow, you really pulled it off again. You do it 3 times, it's like, yeah, you on a roll. It's like, this is special, this is important, which I had already said from the day I declared I wanted to travel. But once I got to the places, once you have the experiences, the ups, the downs, the all-arounds, the debts, the credit card debts, the after debts, the unexpected fees, the unexpected expenses, and then you still, in my heart of hearts, I want to keep going. There's nothing, I still want to, don't none of that make me not want to get on another plane. Matter of fact, I'm already trying to plan out what could be something in February or March, because I was looking at my annual schedule and how it's been kind of flowing. I've been trying to, it seems like, it always seemed to happen that way, like around, March is technically the beginning of spring. So, or at least that's when it gets right here in Atlanta. You start feeling that way. It really starts in February, but sure enough, March. And then April, it's on. April can feel like summertime sometimes. So I've been doing a lot of domestic stuff. Like, I think, if I remember right, in 2020, was that 3 or 2? I can't remember. I think it was 23, yeah. 23, I went to Jacksonville. Me and the homeboy, we took a road trip. Shout out to Mr. Brown, what's happening, pimp? And we went down to Jacksonville, and I saw my family while I was down there, but we stopped on the way at Okefenokee Swamp. And I did this famous episode, if y'all ain't seen that number, they got good numbers, so check it out if you missed it. But I tried to go fishing at the Okefenokee Swamp Park, one of the main parks, and the alligators ran us up out of there. We was like, oh, hell no. Ain't no damn fishing over here. Them gators was coming up like, oh, you here to feed me? Because as soon as you catch it, you know that's mine, right? You know I'm taxing you. That's all me. Soon as you get one, it's mine. Like every time you would cast, they would literally just turn around in the water and go right to where your lure landed. I said, damn. So yeah, if you ain't seen that video yet, check it out. You can look it up. You can just say ONYXCON Outdoors Gators or Okefenokee Swamp, something like that. It's gonna come up, and it should be in our playlist for ONYXCON Outdoors Worldwide. But that was a fun trip, regardless. And I also went fishing on that trip. I'm talking about sea fishing. We went and we caught some sheephead, and even one red. The red wasn't big enough, but we got some nice sized sheepheads. Took them back, had a good meal. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful. It was a great experience, and I learned from that. I say, okay, since international travel is so expensive, as much as I love it, I want to go 4 times a year. Hell, I'd go 6 times a year if I could. But as I build myself up to that and get to the place where, because my monetization nation gonna kick in, ONYXCON supporters gonna kick in, y'all gonna start sending them donations like I'm always asking y'all to do. Y'all gonna subscribe, y'all not just gonna watch, y'all gonna like and watch and share your content that you enjoy here, because we're gonna get monetized in 2025, guarantee we're gonna do that, damn it. So, I'd love to be able to do more than one international, but if I gotta keep with that format for a minute, I decide, well, do something domestic. Go somewhere domestic you always wanted to go. So, just brainstorming with y'all, shooting the breeze with y'all. I can tell y'all some of the places I've often thought of going that I haven't been in America yet. And ironically, I'm gonna say this too, since I say we tie everything together, because every action results in an equal or opposite reaction, right? Right. So when you look at this election, and on election night, when I'm looking at that map, and I'm seeing percentages of how many people voted a certain way in certain states, and I know I'm not the only one like this who thought this, because this happens every time there's an election. People, if you just don't care, if you're on the side of buffoonery and you want to go to hell with gasoline draws on for the next 4 years, then you're happy with what we got going on. But if you fought the good fight and you was like, nah, this ain't it, and we're not trying to go, we are not going back. If you was yelling, we are not going back, like I was, but then you saw us going back and you saying, these mofos done it again. These some of my bees. But the worst of it is, some of these states, they need and have tourist areas. They need and have tourist attractions. They have just lost so much money for the new year already. Because that night, I guarantee you, there's people like me who are planning based on, well, I ain't got it yet, but when I get it, I know where I'm not going. And then there's people who already done bought into areas, have timeshares and investment homes and Airbnbs and all that. I guarantee you, I ain't even gotta, what I'm about to say, I'll look it up later and prove it to myself. I know there's people leaving states, moving the hell out because of what happened. I know that there are people literally canceling trips that were pre-planned into the new year, saying there ain't nowhere in the hell I'm going there again. And of all the states, because it's a beautiful state now, and before I say that, I want to make it clear, I got family down there, so I'm always love visiting there for what I get out of it and where I know to go get the best of it. So I forever love Florida for what it really is, the actual place, the actual land, the actual exoticness of it all, right? It's like it's the closest you can be. It's the Caribbean state. Like once you get down there and you surrounded on both sides of the state by all them beaches and water and the swamps and everything, it's just, hey, it's like, yo, you in the tropics. So I love Florida for that, because I love tropic areas. But the politics right now, and with so many people on that other stuff, I'm telling y'all, they gonna suffer this year. When Disney World left your ass, or has threatened to leave, and they not joking. They're not joking. They will literally, that level of money will literally pack up and it'll be a ghost town. It ain't hard. I work in the film business. I've seen how fast, see, everyday people who don't have to, when they work jobs where people are allowed to be slack and, you know, I'll get around to that when I want to and still get checks, you know, that's a different type of work environment, a different type of work culture. When you work in the film business, and it's on a set that's proficient, because let me say that too, there's sets that they be slack too. There's a lot of that in the film business too. But when you're on a set where them folk about getting it done, and it's really all about time and money, yo, I've seen some miraculous rebuilds. I've told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it again because to me it's always the perfect example of how fast people work and will correct a problem if there is a problem. I did some background work on the Tupac film, and when they did the famous scene where he was at House of Blues, the big giant concert, it was an all-day shoot. We were there from early morning to late night, as usual. That's typical set life. But about midway in the day, we shooting this part of the scene in the concert where the actor who was portraying Suge Knight is up on this platform they had built, like a little in the middle of the crowd. Like there's an ocean of people, and then they built this big stage thing sitting in the middle of the crowd for him and his entourage. There's all these hotties up there, you know, girls who've been hired to portray the hot girls in the VIP section with him, and he got his entourage up there. There's got to be probably 20-something people on this thing, so it's kind of heavy, you know. And at some point, one of the corners was not stable for the weight, and it collapsed in the middle of filming. The shit slid sideways, and everybody just literally just slid down to the side. No one got hurt. It's the only reason I'm halfway laughing, because I don't laugh, you know, if somebody really got. I wasn't laughing in the moment. There wasn't nothing funny about it. But I'm saying in retrospect, I laugh about the fact that the only part that was funny was like you could see some of the girls start grabbing their neck and stuff and start acting like they might be hurt so they can try and just say some legal mess. Before it was like checking them out so quick. You know, they always have somebody on set, the medic, and they had a team of medics. So of course, folks were getting checked out immediately. Like, yeah, okay, you're all right. If you still want to charge or do something, do what you do, but you know your ass is all right. So they cleared us all out of that area back to holding, which is another area right next to the set, so that they could fix it. Because we thought, oh snap, that's it for the day. That's too dangerous. We going home, right? No, we're not going home. Like you always got a right to leave if you want to leave, but you know, you leave prematurely and you know, and all that, you could risk getting paid. You might not get paid. You'd be in an argument with them if you want to take them to court, fine it. Again, another level of money, another level of everything. Everything's based on the money with this. So they ended up to keep the crowd calm and everything. I'll never forget. I always respected him for this because he didn't have to do that. He could have just went back to the trailer and chilled out and waited for the crew to finish building the thing again. Because they went back in immediately. Like, first when it happened, they rushed in like little ants and immediately started picking up all the parts that broke down, cleared everybody out the way, and immediately went back to work on that thing. In seconds, right? So it took maybe 40, 45 minutes, but we out in Holden. The brother who played Tupac, this is what I was saying, he didn't have to do this, but he came out, still in his wardrobe. He's, you know, just for the ladies to get a moment and keep everybody's rapport high. He took pictures with all the girls, you know what I'm saying? Dapped up all the dudes, took pictures with whoever wanted to take a pic and all that stuff. He's over there with, it was a bunch of girls, you know what I'm saying, trying to get up on him. And it was because he just like him. He looked so much like Pac. It looked so much, and I'm trying to remember his name. Shep something, I always forget his last name, but talented actor too. I hate how people diss that movie. That brother did that role. He did that freaking role. Did an excellent job. But anyway, so did his thing, kept the crowd calm, and within minutes they was like, all right, everybody, it's safe, we're going back in. And everybody was outside talking all that ish, and they shut up and went back in and got their little, you know, and we did the party, and they know they're gonna get paid. So that's another thing that made me laugh about people. People be talking, I'm about to go home. There's people talking all this stuff, I'm about to go home. This ain't cool, man. This ain't safe. Soon as old boy came out and they could take a picture, they chilled out a little bit. Then when they said, all right, we're going back in, you still grown. You can leave right now if you want to. You can go up to one of the PAs and be like, hey, I still don't trust this. I'd like to be wrapped. right, well, we need you now. So, they may not even pay you because it's in your contract you signed that, as long as we make it a safe enough environment to work, you're supposed to finish this job. No, I don't feel like, no, I got to go. Wasn't nobody in that line. Everybody took their asses right back in there and pretended they was at House of Blues having a good time in a concert. We finished the day. So the ultimate moral of the story is when people start talking about, everything that's wrong and need to be fixed and everything, when I see the work ethic that can kick in, I'm going to get one more example about the work ethic that can kick in and how things can be fixed. And there's no reason for all this backwardsness and slackness and lack of whatever. When the bridge supposedly blew up because they said in the news in Atlanta, this is in Atlanta years ago, when the bridge that collapsed, if you know about it, you know about it, it exploded because of these containers with this flammable stuff in it that blew up because there was a crackhead under the bridge sparking up. To this day, if you from Atlanta, if you really from Atlanta, every time we hear about it, we like, y'all can lie to somebody else, don't lie to us. If you know that area, ain't nobody under that bridge at any time. And if there were, and it's not that there couldn't be somebody homeless under there, but if they were, that would not have blown something up. This is straight BS. Y'all just had to put a scapegoat on something, so you gonna just make up some mess, Anyway. Views and opinions expressed by yours truly do not necessarily reflect those of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. You know the drill. And so anyway, they said it was one of the fastest construction jobs in the history of the country, how fast they rebuilt this damn thing. And I'll never forget seeing one of those fast motion, sped up time things, aerial view from a drone or something. And it just looked like little ants just, and shit just going up, shit being put together. Before you know it, it's up. Again, people talk their stuff. Man, I ain't going across that bridge. I ain't going. All right, the bridge is back up. Your ass can go back to work. Shit, I got to go to work on Monday. Mofos went across the bridge again. So, yeah. So, when you look at what happened, like I said, to even go the opposite way on what I was saying earlier, they're going to suffer in states like Florida a little bit, but at the same time, a lot of people are going to still go down there, But here's what happens with the weird thing about balance. When people still go and they did have a different point of view politically, guess what happens? Mark my words, because I saw this happen in Atlanta, right? When you announce that, hey, we racist over here, we don't want nobody but this, that, and the other, and when you act like that, when you project that that's the energy of a place, and that's not true. That's not true of the whole place. Just because a state went red don't mean everybody was on the BS. Look at the other percentages. That is not the reality for everybody. Or if people are like, I wasn't racist, I just like the other perspective, and it's about the policies. Okay, yeah. So you like criminal behavior and criminals being in office, and you like disrespect to women having no right to their own choices of their bodies. You like all that. Look, it ain't about that. It's a Christian thing. Oh, okay. So now you're going to put this, now you're going to blame it on your God and all that. Don't get me started. Anyway, so when people do all that nonsense, right? Here's what happens. Because like I say, I've seen this. I've lived long enough to see this happen time and time again. When you announce that that's what you're about, do y'all understand that in the same way, like I said, equal or opposite reaction? That was the beginning of this rant. I said, for every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. So now the equal reaction would be a whole bunch of other red staters are going to move to, I always wanted to live in Florida. Let's go to Florida. So they'll go down there, right? But we know from the split of the party and the fact that, at this time in history, MAGA technically is not part of the Republican Party. It ran on a Republican ticket, but their whole goal is to split off and be their own thing. So there's still straight up Republicans that are going to be like, don't bring that issue over here. We weren't with that, the ones that voted against it. But they still consider themselves a red state. So now you got that gang war going on. That's gonna literally bring out that side of hate and dispute and conflict and business that don't get done, because once people realize what side somebody's on, they ain't with them. We're not breaking bread. We're not working together. We're not. So that's gonna affect the state. The other thing that's gonna happen is people who refuse, who've been there forever, who refuse to leave, or who want to see better opportunities and want to see the place change for what they saw it as before it went a certain way. Or, it's traditionally been a red state, but I'm saying not that it's like, supposed to be so red and so crazy. Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell you something. That crazy energy attracts other crazy. Crazy ain't got no race. Crazy ain't got no gender. Crazy ain't got no ethnicity. Crazy ain't got no nothing. Crazy is just crazy. So what happens is the good, the bad, and the ugly all get lumped in and all at once. And you end up with, you got people who are going to come down there who are just like, I just need a good job. I don't care who I got to work with. So if there's opportunities and it seems good, they'll come. You're going to have people who think, oh, okay, it's shiesty over here. It's crazy over here like me. They wild like me. Like for all the thugs, Black and Latino thugs that say they like this person because they think that they can relate to his RICO charges. They don't realize your RICO is just a name, not an acronym for actual charges that you got on your record. You know what I'm saying? RICO to you is just, you and your homeboy named Rico, and y'all gonna do some more stuff and not snitch, because y'all some real ones. So there's gonna be more of that energy going down there too. Like they ain't got enough of that going on in Miami and Fort Lauderdale and everywhere, especially Miami from what I hear. I got friends down there and they done told me about how bad it is, right? You think it's bad. I'm telling you, it's going to go to hell. So from a perspective of a traveler, I always did want to see Miami. I'm thinking to myself, man, this might be the last chance to see Miami before it burns. Like, it's, we know in the last few years there's been so much violence on the beach, they start shutting it down with curfews, like can't be on Miami Beach at certain times because there've been too many shootouts and too much stuff going on, because y'all done made it too hot, it's too spicy, it's too trendy, it's too much the place to be. Everybody want to show out, everybody got something to prove, everybody's ego out there flossing and carrying on, stuff bound to jump off. People from out of town start messing with the locals, start acting ish like, you ain't hard, I'm harder than you, I'm from whatever. Okay, bang, 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 bang. Same as it always happens in any town. That happened in Atlanta, that happened everywhere where there's, folk from everywhere else come in, we harder than y'all in your town. Oh, really? Pow, 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 pow. Same old bullshit, over and over again. But I'm gonna tell you something. You keep waving the flag of ugly, it's gonna attract the ultimate flies. The hordes of nonsense will now be going to Florida. How do I know this? And see, it's not gonna be ugly, it's just gonna be standard ugly. Whatever, as ugly as it's been for the last few years, it's gonna be about right just like that for most of the next 4. But toward that 3rd or 4th year, if this thing actually goes through, if this thing actually makes it 4 years, I'm telling you, there's a place called Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain, and right next to it, Lithonia, Georgia. Now, before I say this, I got friends there, so I know for a fact there's some decent people up there. There's some great people up there. There's some wonderful, hard-working people up there, like it is anywhere. There's never not decent people, even when a place is surrounded by mess, right? But back in the day, when Oprah Winfrey first began her show, there was a famous Oprah show where she had members of the Ku Klux Klan on, because there had been an incident in Forsyth County, and then there had been some other incidents in Stone Mountain with racial issues in Atlanta, and these are all Atlanta area, metro area areas, if you don't know. And the whole talk was to find out, she was trying to have a genuine conversation with them about why they are so hateful and all this. And Oprah, being who she's always been in her professionalism, she chewed them up, because they talking dumb and she giving them nothing but facts. And every time they want to get ugly, she remind them, you on my show, you gonna shut up and respect my show. And they did damn sure that, because their security and wasn't nobody playing. But it's a famous one of her episodes. So after that, it was almost like within maybe 3 years, I don't know exactly, but I know it at least took about that long, Suddenly, Forsyth and Stone Mountain and Lithonia went from mostly known for all white and super racist, and you don't want to be over there. You don't want to be hanging out over there. You don't want to live there. Folk was moving there. Left and right. Black folk was moving in. And it only took a few for the racists to be like, well, we out. And before you knew it, the whole area was, I ain't say whole area, but a lot of it to this day now, there's a lot of strong black neighborhoods. Strong and weak, let me be honest. Because here's what I'm saying about what happens when you wave that ugly flag. You're going to get the good and you're going to get the bad. Because if you double dare trouble, or you double dare a hero, either way you get both. You be like, I bet you wouldn't come over here. Okay, the hero shows up. I'm here. I'm here for justice and righteousness and good things. They're going to show up. But at the same time, the villainy coming too. Because they like, oh, villainy don't care. Like I said, the evil don't care. It don't care about the race. It don't care about the... What's the number one thing they say in folks who really research gang culture and what happens with gangs in this state, in this state, in the country? They say they don't care on the higher levels. The little fledgling newbie, the kids that get involved, yeah, they think it's about sides. Man, if they stay alive long enough in the gang culture, they start to realize, oh, the folk at the top only care about the money. They'll deal with anybody. The so-called enemies they'll sit down with and do deals with. The so-called racial enemies. Fools go to jail. They be turning on their own folk in prison and all this stuff. It's gonna get weird, y'all. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get real weird. And the sickest part is knowing it's just gonna be like history repeating itself again and again and again. I'm so tired of that phrase. I never liked it because I knew it was true. History repeats itself. Oh, damn. We don't need it to repeat itself. But when you live long enough, you realize, yep, it kind of does. It doesn't completely. It's always a new face. But when you can really be analytical and say, what about this reminds me of, oh, snap, this is the 2024 version of that thing that happened in the 1970s, or that thing that happened in Nixon, anybody? The Reagan era, anybody? Like, yo, this stuff is repetitive. And it's like, you would hope and think people would get tired of it. Or enough intelligent folk who say they're intelligent would read something other than what keeps them stupid, so they keep making bad decisions, and wake up and say, wait a minute, no, if we do this, like I watched the video, that was the saddest and funniest mess I've seen since this whole thing went down. And it's a young white guy whose channel it is, and he's very progressive. I like what he's talking about so far. Never know, folk give you one good video and you see them a week from now just to get clicks. They talking about something that you be like, what the hell? That's why I ain't quick to follow people. So I understand if some of y'all on the fence with me. Y'all like, do I want to subscribe to this channel? I say, look around. I want you to make a conscious decision on ONYXCON. I don't want you to regret your decision to appreciate my content. And I'm not my organization. I'm just the host. There's plenty of what you're going to find here. There's all types of input, right? But you will notice, yeah, we're not hiding it. There ain't no reason to it. As we can see, it don't help to hide nothing no more. You just go on out here and do whatever you're going to do. So I'm quick to tell you, yeah, this is what I voted for. This is what I'm about. If you don't like that, you might not want to be over here. If you call yourself lurking and see how the other side thinks, good. Maybe you'll get educated. We're here for edutainment. Maybe we'll make you... Maybe something will go off in your brain. You hang around here long enough, you're going to say, wait a minute, I had it all wrong. I like what he just said. Yeah, well, you'll like more if you stick around and you're thinking. Now, if you're just angry and that's all you're here for, then, you can waste your time. I appreciate it. You help my bottom line. Because every view is another second towards some more minutes, which means more monetization. So thank you, and thank you again. You want to put some thumb down on something? Please do. It all helps the channel. Thumbs up or down. I'm gonna say that again. It all helps the channel. So please be active. We love it. But I'm gonna tell you, people just like, acting like this stuff doesn't matter, man. It's gonna come around. I'm telling you, it's gonna come around. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That's all I can keep saying. Just keep your eyes, ears, and everything woke, real woke, true woke, W-O-K-E over here, right? Real woke. Not just saying something that you heard somebody say, you jumped on a bandwagon. So like I said, on this guy's channel, he was interviewing people. Well, no, he was showing interviews. He was doing reaction to some stuff. And he showed this interview on the street where this guy's asking this guy who's a staunch Trump supporter. He out there in all his regalia and everything. And he's a white guy and he's young and, you know, no more than 20-something, 30-something. And he's like, yeah, I'm going with the man with the plan. Yeah, my man. This. So the guy says, so what do you think about the tariffs and everything? He's like, man, we're about to be great, man. Can't you see? All the gas is going to get cheaper. All the goods are going to get, groceries are going to get cheaper again. I'm telling you, it's going to be wonderful, man. You guys are going to thank us in these next few years. I'm telling you, man. So the guy, somebody walking by and stops and says, oh, do you know what a tariff is? Yeah. He says he's gonna, you know, charge that to China and places. They're gonna take the tariff costs. He's like, no, you don't understand how tariffs work, young man. It's an older white guy telling this young one what time it is. He said, tariffs get paid by the companies here. And he's like, no, that's not how it works. You know, because he's got a business. He says he sells t-shirts and stuff. He says, where do your t-shirts come from? He said, I make them here. He said, no, where do the blanks come from? Your actual shirts. We get them from overseas, sure. Yeah. He's like, why not? Of course, they're cheaper. I got to make a profit. He's like, exactly. You want to make a profit, right? Yeah. So when your stuff comes off the boat to the company who sells it to you or who sold it to them or whatever the case may be, but whoever's here is accepting the goods, they're not going to foot that bill. If the tariff cost goes up, they get charged with it. But then when they resell the shirt to you, they're not going to just, oh, you know, I paid $35 for it, so here, you pay $36. No, hell no. You're going to pay $45. So by the time you put your price on it, now a t-shirt is $50, and it ain't even a luxury t-shirt from Louis Vuitton or Gucci and all this other BS people are obsessed with, where if it ain't got this damn name going across their ass 1,500 times, they don't think it's important. So, and you can tell from who he was talking to, this dude is not selling to people who gonna be buying no Louis and Gucci. Even the knockoffs, they ain't gonna be buying it. So they not about to be paying, just like I ain't about to be paying no damn $50 for no damn t-shirt. Okay? You might see me in a $50 t-shirt and say, damn, did you get it for 50? No, I got it for 20. How about you? Because I'll wait for it to go on sale. I'll wait for it to be at the last chance store. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's a different mind state, different breed over here. So once he got the dude straight on that, the guy, you could see the guy's face changing. He was like really looking scared, like, I screwed myself. Like, you can see it in his face. He's literally looking like, wait a minute. Like he based his whole life on his business. He fronting like that ain't all he got going on, but that's probably all he got. And the dude straight told him, dude, you're gonna pay the tariff. You're gonna pay the cost. They're not gonna foot that bill. That's gonna be on you. And it sunk in. It sunk in deep. And homeboy was hurt. He was hurt. He was hit. It's like somebody getting up off the field after getting that linebacker sack. You know, they thought they was hot ish and then wham! Got rattled. Woke up in a half coma. Like, wait a minute. It ain't no game, y'all. It ain't no game out here. It's not to be played with. Your intelligence is the best thing you can do for yourself. And if you keep hearing something and everybody's saying, you know you stupid, right? You know I'm not stupid. That's just fake news and all this other stuff these fools say. It might behoove you to look up the definitions. Don't even, since you can't hear it from anybody of the other side, because you don't trust nothing they got to say, go to something neutral, something partisan, whatever the hell that is. That word cracks me up. Anyway, go to something partisan. No such thing. If somebody voting, they picked a side, goddammit. Anyway, go to something that's supposed to be neutral. That's just a site for knowledge that says real. Go to whatever you trust in definitions. And if it's a real site that's not redefining words that have been here for centuries, it's going to tell you what the hell the word really means. Now deal with it. Tariff. That's the one we got for y'all today. I'm out, y'all. Peace.